Most men over 60 are actually masturbating at the perfect time. The problem is, it's the perfect time to destroy their testosterone. Here's what's wild. The time of day that feels most natural, the time your body is practically pulling you toward it, is the exact same time that leaves your hormones in the worst possible state for the next several hours. And the time that most men completely ignore? That's the one that could be quietly boosting your energy, sharpening your focus, improving your sleep, and honestly, making you feel closer to 45 than 65. There is a right time, there is a wrong time, and the difference between the two is something most men will never find out, because nobody is talking about it, until now. I'm Dr. Julia Rhodes, a men's sex therapist who has worked with couples for over a decade. And today, I'm about to reveal to you the best time to masturbate. Now, before we get into it, I need you to do one thing. Hit that subscribe button right now. Not later, right now. Because what I'm about to share with you is the kind of information most doctors won't bring up in a 15-minute appointment. It's the stuff men Google at midnight, hoping to find a straight answer, and almost never do. This channel is that straight answer, every single week. So subscribe, turn on your notifications, and let's get into it. Because this video is about to change how you manage your energy, your hormones, and your performance for good. Part 1. Your body's hormonal clock. Let's start with the foundation, because without understanding this, the rest won't make sense. Your body runs on something called a circadian rhythm, your internal 24-hour biological clock. Most people know this as the thing that controls sleep, but it controls a lot more than that. It controls your cortisol, your melatonin, your dopamine sensitivity, and most importantly for this conversation, your testosterone. Here's what the science shows us. Testosterone in men follows a very clear daily pattern. It peaks in the early morning, typically between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m., right after you wake up. This is why morning erections are so common and so reliable. Your body isn't doing that randomly. It's a biological signal that your testosterone is at its highest point of the day. Now here's where it gets particularly important for men over 60. As you age, your overall testosterone levels naturally decline. By your 60s, your body is producing significantly less testosterone than it did in your 30s or 40s. That morning peak? It's still happening, but it's smaller, more fragile, more valuable, which means protecting it matters more now than it ever did before. From that morning peak, testosterone begins a gradual decline through the day. By early afternoon, it's dropped noticeably. By evening, it's significantly lower. And by bedtime, your body is in full recovery mode, preparing to rebuild and restore for the next morning. Every decision you make throughout the day either supports that cycle or disrupts it. And masturbation is one of the most powerful decisions on that list. Part 2. What happens when you masturbate and orgasm? When you reach orgasm, your brain releases a powerful cocktail of neurochemicals. Dopamine surges, oxytocin rises, and then, almost immediately after, prolactin spikes. Prolactin is the hormone responsible for that post-orgasm feeling of calm, satisfaction, and drowsiness. It's the reason men often feel sleepy or mentally foggy after sexual release. It's not weakness, it's biology. Prolactin actively suppresses dopamine and temporarily puts the brakes on your drive and motivation. This is a natural, healthy process. But here's the part that changes everything for men over 60 specifically. As you age, your body takes longer to recover from that prolactin spike. A 30-year-old might feel the post-orgasm fog for 20 or 30 minutes. For men in their 60s, that window can stretch to several hours. The neurochemical recovery is slower. The hormonal rebound is less sharp. That means the timing of when you trigger that prolactin surge has a much bigger impact on the rest of your day than it did when you were younger. Get the timing right, and it works beautifully with your body. Get it wrong, and you're fighting an uphill battle for hours without even knowing why. Part 3. The worst time to masturbate, especially after 60. Let's talk about the worst time first, because this is where most men over 60 are unknowingly getting it wrong. The worst time is first thing in the morning, before you've eaten, moved your body, or mentally engaged with your day. I know that's uncomfortable to hear, because mornings are when the urge is strongest, precisely because testosterone is highest. The biology is almost working against you here, because the signal is loudest at exactly the moment you can least afford to spend it. That morning testosterone peak is your body's daily gift to you. A window of sharper thinking, stronger physical energy, better mood, and higher confidence. For men over 60, that window is narrower than it used to be. Spending it on immediate release means you're cashing in your most valuable daily asset before you've had the chance to use it. Men who masturbate first thing in the morning frequently report, both in research and in my own clinical experience, that they feel mentally slower through the morning hours, less motivated, more prone to low mood, and subtly flat in a way they can't quite explain. They don't connect it to what they did when they woke up, but the timeline is consistent. The other critically bad time for men over 60, right before any physical activity. If you're heading to the gym, going for a walk, or doing any kind of exercise, sexual release beforehand blunts the hormonal edge that makes that activity most beneficial for your body. Exercise and testosterone have a powerful relationship. Don't short-circuit it before you start. Part 4. The best time to masturbate after 60. So when should you do it? Based on the hormonal science and what I've seen work consistently with men in this age group, the two best windows are: number 1, late morning to early afternoon, after you've already used your peak. This means you've woken up, you've had breakfast, you've moved your body, you've done something mentally engaging, and you've already captured the benefits of that morning testosterone window. Now you can release without sacrificing anything. The prolactin come down at this point works in your favor. It creates a natural rest period that aligns with the mid-afternoon lull your body was already moving toward anyway. For men over 60, this is the sweet spot. You've earned the release. Your body is ready for it. And the recovery fits naturally into your day. Number 2, evening, about 60 to 90 minutes before sleep. This is the most underrated window, and for men over 60 dealing with sleep difficulties, which are extremely common at this age, this window is genuinely powerful. When the prolactin spike aligns with your body's natural transition towards sleep, sexual release becomes one of the most effective natural sleep aids available. Studies consistently show that orgasm before sleep is associated with falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, and waking up more restored. For older men whose sleep quality has naturally declined, this is not a small benefit. This is significant. The key is intention. Turn the devices off, make it deliberate, and let your body do what it was designed to do. Wind down naturally and sleep deeply. Part 5. Frequency after 60. What the science actually says. I'd be leaving you with an incomplete picture if I didn't address frequency. Because for men over 60, this question carries a lot of unnecessary anxiety. Let me be direct with you. There is no shame in this conversation. Sexual health doesn't expire at 60. The desire doesn't disappear. And maintaining a healthy relationship with your sexuality at this age is genuinely good for your physical and mental well-being. What the research tells us is that regular sexual release in older men is associated with better prostate health, lower stress hormones, improved cardiovascular markers, and better mood. This is not a guilty pleasure. This is healthcare. In terms of frequency, most research and clinical experience points to somewhere between 2 and 4 times per week being beneficial for men in their 60s, though this varies based on individual health, relationship status, and how your body responds. The most important indicator isn't a number on a calendar. It's how you feel afterward. If you consistently feel energized, clear-headed, and emotionally balanced after, your timing and frequency are working for you. If you consistently feel drained, foggy, and flat, something needs to adjust. Your body will tell you. The key is learning to listen to it. Part 6. The practical takeaway. Let me give you this simply so you leave here with something you can actually use starting tomorrow morning. Protect your morning peak. Wake up, eat, move, do something that matters. Then decide. Don't spend your most valuable daily hormonal window before your day has even started. Avoid release before exercise. Let testosterone fuel your workout, not the other way around. Use the evening window intentionally. If sleep is a struggle, and for many men over 60 it is, this is one of the most natural, effective tools at your disposal. Use it wisely and consistently. Pay attention to how you feel afterward. That feeling is data. It will guide your frequency and timing better than any chart or schedule ever could. And above all, stop treating this as something to feel guilty about. At 60, 65, 70, and beyond, your sexual health is part of your overall health. It deserves the same attention and intention you give everything else. I want to leave you with this. The men who come into my practice feeling the best, the most energized, the most connected, the most alive in their 60s and beyond, are not the ones who stopped paying attention to this part of their health. They're the ones who started paying smarter attention to it. That's all this is. Not a rule, not a restriction, just smarter attention. If this video gave you something useful today, something you'll actually carry into tomorrow morning, share it with a man in your life who needs to hear it, because most men never will. I'm Dr. Julia Rhodes, and your sexual health matters more than you think. I'll see you in the next one.